Hello, Inside Lacrosse. I'm Brodie Merrill. We're here in downtown Toronto to do a cribs episode in my little condo here. So let's take a look. All the condos in much like any major city, it's pretty tight, pretty expensive to find a big place. So again, it's pretty tight in here, but I really enjoy it. I live here with my girlfriend Alex, and she's obviously done a nice decorating job in here. Here's my office. This is where I kind of relax and surf the internet and try to get some work done. Actually, this is my Inside Lacrosse cover from a few years back, 2006. Some of the boys are still giving me a little bit of heat over that. It was a pretty bold statement from Inside Lacrosse. I appreciate it. I don't know if I agreed with it at the time, but definitely really flattering. So this picture over here was from my senior year at Georgetown. That was our first ever win against Syracuse. So big win out in California. It was a great day, great event, and great memory there. So miss all my old boys from Georgetown. This next picture over here was given me by Bobby Orr. Some would say the best hockey player of all time. He was kind of an offensive defenseman in his day, so somebody whose game I really appreciate, and I try to actually play that way in lacrosse. So we had a Reebok box at the Yankee Red Sox game, and actually his nephew works for Reebok, and so he was at the game, and we had a great conversation. Really down to earth guy, and a week later he sent me a signed picture of him. That's one of the most famous images in hockey. Bobby Orr flying through the air. He just scored a goal to win the Stanley Cup, and if you notice real quick, he says to my friend Brodie Merrill. So this is actually an antique lacrosse stick we got. I live right beside one of the oldest markets in Toronto called the St. Lawrence Market, and so we picked that up at the Sunday market a couple years ago. And so how did these guys get here? A whole stack Inside Lacrosse magazines. I'm a subscriber myself. Back here is a picture of from our first Man Cup in Brampton. We same core group of guys had been together and been on the same team for a long time, and we finally broke through and won one 2 years ago now. That was a picture with my girlfriend Alex. Try to get some brownie points here, but that was after we won the World Championships in 2006. Pretty memorable day for me there, and for Canadian lacrosse. So this next picture here, it looks like I stole something here. I'm with the president of Georgetown University with my diploma, and our graduation day. We actually we had a tournament game that conflicted with our graduation, so all the lacrosse guys had a private little ceremony with the president of the school. So that was a pretty neat moment. I still can't believe I got that diploma. We got some Reebok long poles lying around, just about to test out some new product. Again, limited space here, so I got my lacrosse equipment the girlfriend doesn't allow me to air it out in here, so just kind of collecting dust over there for now. That's it for this room. We'll move on to the kitchen here. I don't do a lot of cooking. Sometimes I do. Pretty simple, pretty meat and potatoes type of guy. Always love to have a lot of fruit, but my fridge, nothing too exciting. I know it's pretty popular to have that Cristal in the fridge. I don't think I really have any of that stuff, but I'm not sure if I should be showing this on Inside Lacrosse. But one of my favorite type of beer there is Molson Canadian. So sometimes after a long weekend on the road, I'll have one or two of those to relax. We'll move on to kind of the TV room. Now I think this might be the fundamental difference between males and females. I'm looking at our bookcase here, and I see that the books are color coordinated. I don't know who would ever think to do that. I know I wouldn't do that in a million years, but again, I think that's another fundamental difference between men and women. You can come here and look across the street. It's kind of a foggy night. It's overcast here, but in the distance you can see the CN Tower and kind of the skyline of Toronto there. So one of my favorite parts of this condo is the view and the location right by the market. Move on now to the bedroom. That's where all the magic happens. Just kidding. That's inappropriate. Sorry. Yeah, again, another kind of view. It's kind of nice just lying in bed and looking up and seeing the CN Tower. Pretty uneventful in here. I got my closet here. Over the years, just collected some jerseys, and the first one here, actually, this one was our Portland Lumberjack jersey. Rest in peace. It's actually it's kind of scary because I'm starting to go through a lot of teams now, a lot of old jerseys that are now become vintage jerseys because the teams are no longer around. But really enjoyed my time in Portland, and this is actually from the championship game that we made a couple years ago. Lost to Buffalo by a goal, but it was a good run. Big Minnesota Vikings fan, so this is my boy Chris Carter, old Chris Carter jersey here. All he does is catch touchdowns. So I always wear this to our Man Cup for our Brampton boys out there. If you see this jersey, that means you win the Man Cup. So I think I break it out twice a year, or twice in the last 2 years, and I've been at our pig roast, our big annual celebration after our Man Cup. So, and then got our number 32, Jeff Green, old Georgetown basketball player. Definitely support the G-Town Hoops. They're going to have another big year this year. I like the looks of the team. Monroe, big man inside, looking good. What else do we have? Montreal Canadiens, my favorite hockey team. This is actually a game-worn Denny Savard, the old Spinorama hockey player. You can see, if you can see closely here, somewhere on here, a little blood stain there. You can't buy that, right? That's pretty neat. Denny Savard, old Montreal Canadian, won the Stanley Cup. Actually, it's right on the crest there. There, you see it? That's not ketchup. That's real blood, or at least that's what the guy who sold it to me told me. So we're up here on the rooftop patio. As you can see, it overlooks the skyline, the city of Toronto. You can kind of see in the distance there the Rogers Centre where the Blue Jays and the Argos play. CN Tower there. Off there to the left, it's night out, so you can't really see it, but it's Lake Ontario. You can a pretty good view of the lake from up here, and this is Front Street, which runs through the city. So it's just a cool spot to come up here, especially in the summertime. Come up here and have a barbecue, or just hang out and kind of relax and take in the sights of the city. All right, Inside Lacrosse, I've been on the road for the last 2 weeks, tired. So thanks for stopping by, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. See you later.